You know, there's this book out there, a single book that has stumped the world's greatest minds for like centuries. It's basically a puzzle box written in a language that nobody's ever seen before, and it's full of these wild illustrations of a world that, well, it might not have even existed. So yeah, let's dive right in. We're going to tackle the very strange case of the Voynich manuscript.
I mean, really think about that for a second. What if there was a message from the past, just sitting right there in front of you, but its meaning was totally and completely locked away? And listen, this isn't some sci-fi movie plot. This is a real thing. An actual artifact that has baffled literally everyone, from medieval scholars all the way up to today's most advanced AI.
All right, so let's open up the case file on what is, quite possibly, history's most successful secret. It's kind of like that famous crypto sculpture outside CIA headquarters, right? A challenge thrown down by the past, just waiting for someone smart enough to finally crack it. So, what exactly is the Voynich manuscript? Well, here are the stone-cold facts we actually know. It's this old, handwritten book, a codex, that's the fancy term for it, and it's around 240 pages long. Now, thanks to Kármán dating, we know the material it's written on, the vellum, is from the early 1400s. And honestly, that's pretty much where the facts stop and the mystery begins.
Okay, to really get a grip on this mystery, we've got to look at the evidence. So let's peek inside. Let's see what makes this book so impossible to figure out.
And to put it mildly, the stuff inside is just bizarre. I mean, nothing in this book makes any logical sense. You've got this beautiful, flowing script, but it's a language nobody recognizes. The drawings are super detailed, really colorful, but they show a world that feels, well, it feels totally alien.
Let's actually break down what you'll find page by page. First, there's a whole section on plants, right? An herbal guide. Except botanists have looked at it for years and can't identify a single one of them. Not one. Then you get to these strange astronomical charts with stars and zodiacs that don't line up with anything we see in the sky. And then there's the really weird stuff. These biological drawings. You see all these little human figures bathing in these bizarre green interconnected pools and tubes. It's strange. And all throughout, you have that script, that elegant writing that is totally unreadable, untranslated, and from who knows where.
Now, as you can imagine, a puzzle this juicy has attracted a lot of smart people. But the trail? Man, for over 100 years, it has gone completely cold for every single person who's taken a shot.
And I'm not kidding, just look at the list of failures. After it popped back up in 1912, it was handed to the absolute best. You know, the top US Army and Navy codebreakers, the guys who cracked enemy codes in World War II, yeah, they couldn't do it. How about William Freeman, the legend who broke Japan's supposedly unbreakable purple cipher? He spent decades of his life on this thing and got nowhere. And even now, with all our supercomputers and fancy AI, we are no closer. Not a single verifiable step forward.
So, all these dead ends, they lead us to the one big question. What is going on here? And in this mystery, there are really only two prime suspects. Theory 1, it's an incredibly elaborate, clever hoax. Theory 2, it's a real, genuine cipher that's just too good to be broken.
And what makes this case so tough is that there's good evidence for both sides. Okay, so on the one hand, let's talk about the hoax theory. It's pretty straightforward, right? The reason we can't read it is because there's nothing to read. It's just beautifully written gibberish, maybe a prank to scam some rich person. But on the other hand, there's some really strong evidence that this is a real text. For starters, it follows something called Zipf's law. Basically, in any real language, some words show up all the time, like the, and. While most words are pretty rare, the Voynich script does that. That's really, really hard to fake. Plus, look at the handwriting itself. It's written fast, it's confident, it looks like someone writing a language they know, not someone carefully drawing a bunch of fake symbols.
So, where does all this leave us? After all this time, after the best minds and the best machines have given it their all, the verdict is? Well, there is no verdict. The case remains completely, frustratingly wide open.
You know, there's this quote that I think just nails it. It says the manuscript is a mirror, reflecting whatever you want to see in it. A lost language, a secret code, the ravings of a madman, or a cosmic joke. And that's so true, isn't it? Because it's a complete blank slate. We just project our own ideas onto it. It's like the ultimate historical inkblot test.
And so here we are, right back where we started, with that same big question. Was this whole thing just a brilliant medieval prank that's been fooling everyone for 600 years? Or is it the last piece of a language that's been completely lost to time, a code that holds secrets we can't even begin to guess? The world's most mysterious book is still waiting for an answer. And for now, it's not talking.